to Wholesome Hussies. My name is Kristin.
My name is Alex.
And essentially, what we're here to talk about is, well, we just want to spread happiness and joy, empathy, and a little bit of,
All the while being a hoe. Or not being a hoe. And that's the wonderful thing about this podcast is that, like Kristin and I, being multifaceted women in the year 2019, you're neither fully wholesome nor are you fully a hussy. You're kind of a mix of both. Maybe you lean toward one or the other, but all the women that I love in my life are always a little bit of mix of both.
I would say I am mostly on the wholesome side. Mm-hmm. That's where my side of the name comes in.
All right. And what would make you a wholesome girl, Kristin?
People call me an angel, honestly. Let's be real. I don't know. I like pure stuff. I like cozy stuff. I always want to help people.
You're like the warm and fuzzies.
Yeah.
You like the simple pleasures in life. Nothing, you like a hot cocoa and a nice Disney movie under a cozy blanket on a rainy day. Mm-hmm. See, I like all those things too, just naked. That's the only differentiation between the two. And again, it's all about duality.
I like it like fully clothed. You like it the complete opposite. That's all right.
That's okay.
Different levels of comfort.
Yeah, I think that's the beautiful thing about you, Kristin, is that I do see the wholesome parts of myself in you, which I feel it's really hard to find in people. I mean, I think being wholesome takes some level of vulnerability to just be. And I'm not saying that you're this at all, but to some level with being wholesome, there is that being easily excited. Would you say?
I think I always want to expect the good out of everybody. And that might be a little naive because that's not true. not everybody's a great person, but I like to hope that they are. So,
yeah. With your wholesome, I definitely see parts of myself in you that go with my hussy. Now, not to say that I cannot be a wholesome girl myself, but I have been a sex worker. I have been a stripper. I don't have a problem doing voyager things that will involve sexuality. And in that way, I'm a little bit more of an extrovert. And there's definitely some nuance there. I'm not saying being a stripper or a sex worker is the most dangerous job. I'm not saying it's it's like a peril dangerous job, but you do have to be on your toes. And so there is a less wholesome part to it. Not to say that, there weren't wholesome moments working at a strip club. You see a girl on stage in Moulin Rouge with Lil' Kim, Maya, Pink, Christina Aguilera, Misdemeanor Elliott, the iconic song. And one girl's dancing out, but the whole rest of the girls in the locker room are just singing their hearts out, doing their own dance moves. It's their own music video and the female camaraderie. So there were parts of working at a strip club that were, in fact, very wholesome. But again, you gotta be on your toes with some of those customers.
And that's not to say that I can't be a little on the hussy side.
Oh, I know. I know you're a hussy. Oh, that's for sure. You wouldn't be on the show if you weren't one.
It takes two.
Well, if you feel vulnerable enough, what would you say is more of your hussy side?
Like what makes me any type of hussy?
Any type. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be sexual. It could be. Could just be a little more out there, maybe a little more offbeat.
Well, they always say it's the quiet ones. I'm a quiet person. But I want to say it definitely comes out like when you and I go dancing, for instance. Like that's when it, like I want to say like the freak.
No. That's when the freak comes out. I remember at my 25th birthday, I had a pole party, and everybody was really, really shy about getting on that pole. Everybody was really shy. Even my hoiest friends were shy about getting on that pole. But as soon as you saw, I don't know what song came on, but you got on the pole, and it was like watching Sailor Moon like transform midair. I was like, what the hell?
I remember I picked the song. I don't remember what song it was, but I picked it like days beforehand. This took a lot of mental preparation. Like, not just spur of the moment. It's not like I practiced in the mirror for pole dancing. It's just I had to have the right song. And I just remember you guys lost it. So it's there. It's always a little bit there under the surface. It's always in me.
Oh, for sure. And I feel like you're the type of person that you need to be in a comfortable enough setting. You need to be in a setting where you feel safe in order to bring that part out.
Yes. And I feel safe with you. Like, you're one of my like closest friends. So, and I also want to talk about how we met.
Yes. Let's talk about this. This is very important.
Yeah, you and I met like, I don't know how many years ago it was.
How old were you? Do you remember?
No, I don't. I just remember I worked there for 4 years.
I think I was 22 when I met you, so that was 7 years ago.
And then I was 21.
Oh, shit.
Anyhow, so we met working at a cafe. It's a vegetarian cafe in the Valley. I was a host to start with, and it's actually like a cafe grocery store, and I really wanted to work in the grocery store part because I thought that would mean I'd have to interact with fewer people. So I was terrified to be a host. I don't remember if you were already working there or...
I think I was.
You came later?
I was a server, I think, by
You were already there when I started?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I think so. Like, when you work in a restaurant environment with somebody, you just get to know your coworkers so well because you're in a, like, they call it in the weeds when it's like really busy and you can't keep up and there's like so many tables and stuff. Like, that is when you see somebody's true side.
Oh, for sure.
You see how helpful they are as a person, as a friend and stuff. Like,
true colors come out when you're working in the restaurant industry, for sure.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, I was and plus you can see like how good a person is even as like a host, because like you can be a helpful host. You can like help prep tables and stuff, and like you can help your servers along, or you can just stand there and do very little. Oh yeah. Anyway, so me being extremely introverted, I always like take a long time to like get to know people at work, and I usually wait until they come to me. Right. And you probably did.
Yeah. I was probably feeling extroverted that day for sure.
Yeah. But what we found in each other was just like I would say you're both like introverted and extroverted. I am extremely introverted, but I saw the introvertedness in you and resonated with that for sure. And we just started like cracking jokes and like singing songs from YouTube and stuff, and like,
you know what I think I think what the starting conversation was one of us, I'm not sure which one of us, but had mentioned like a Homestar Runner quote.
Oh yes.
And I was like, whoa, that's really specific. Wait, let me just like bust open like my whole entire memory of that whole entire website to you, which you remembered as well.
Yeah, I think that was a huge bonding moment. Homestar Runner brings people together.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, I just had a necklace just like go down my chest, and so there was a tickle. I didn't know what it was. I thought it was a bug.
Oh, did it come off?
Yeah.
And it's in your shirt?
And it's on the floor, but you know what?
Oh, got it.
It's all right. You know, it's still gonna be there. I'm not too worried about it.
I don't know why when you were like, ladies and gentlemen, I just had a bowel movement. Those were the words that came to my mind.
That's how I
would.
Now. That's how I would. I would be like, excuse me, Kristin, ladies and gentlemen.
Exactly how you do it.
I, Alexander Prewett, just moved poop in my body.
It's a skill.
It's a skill.
No effort, just slid right out.
No effort. It's a God-given gift. Didn't ask for it.
And working together in such a small environment, working together for what, like 6-7 hours a day, you get to know each other's bowel movements as well.
Oh yeah.
Because you hold it a lot, you have to like rely on other people. We relied on each other all the time of like, hey, can you cover this so I can go to the bathroom, stuff like, or just to be able to go and eat. Like, I know many times you helped me out when like a customer would make me cry because
there's lots of crying in that. Yeah. In that walk-in, for sure.
Consoling each other in the walk-in fridge, all that stuff. It's what friendship's all about.
You know what? I remember, yeah, when you were talking about those bowel movements, I actually remember a certain server who I've recently actually reconnected with.
Who will remain unnamed.
Would tell me when they would have their bowel movements and would take a good 20 minutes to themselves, but they would let me know. Right. And like they would be considerate. It would be pretty slow. They're like, hey, I'm gonna have a bowel movement. And I was like, all right, I'll see you in 20 minutes. But I understood, because I know that if I had to do anything for 20 minutes, they would have done the same thing for me.
I wonder if that counts as your break. You know, like smokers get like an extra smoke break. Do you get like an extra poo break if you really...
Poo breaks. You know what? No, but we should.
Poo breaks. I just thought of like Pooh Bear, like poo breaks.
When the poo breaks, rumbly tumbly, all in my tummy. Yeah, absolutely. No, I mean, yeah, I think that would be a really good thing to bring up to restaurant industry. Our poo breaks. Like, everybody should, and we can call it something else. You know, we could be mature about it. But, you know, smokers get smoke breaks. Give me my 15-minute poo break. Because that's as long as it's going to take for me to decompress, release, relax.
It's a poo booster. It's a pooster.
It's a it's a pooster. That's the
you know, like
corporate.
You know, like dogs get like just so excited after they go poo. It's a pooster.
Oh my God, you're right.
They just run around and like do circles after they go poo.
Could you imagine the collective mind frame people would be in if they all got their poo break? Yeah. I think there would be more. Let's see, now I'm turning all of my words into poo words. There'd be more productivity. There would be a boost in morale. And I think just an overall better wellness between bosses and employees. Because that's a very human thing to do, is poop.
It brings people together.
Does it? I mean, yeah, it does. It does. That's a common
It's an intimate thing to share,
It's a very intimate thing to share. I mean, poo jokes, fart jokes have been some of people's careers. I mean, because everybody can relate.
This is a really long poo tangent. That's really long poo. No, that's a really long poo tangent. Oh no.
Do we need? Can we still talk about poo? Do we need to move from the poo? Do we need to move from this bowel movement?
We need to poo forward. I can't. I'm sorry.
Moving forward. What are the crystals that we have in front of us? We have this beautiful set in front of us. We have a piñata unicorn,
which symbolizes wholesomeness, magic. Yeah.
The realm of imagination. We also have a houseplant, a fern of sorts. It's very
grounding.
Yes, grounding and small in stature. But that's all you really need, is just a small living thing to get you back down to earth. And we have this scented candle. What's it called, Kristin?
It's called Smell My Nuts.
Smell My Nuts. And what does Smell My Nuts smell like?
Banana nut bread and hazelnut and toasted coconut.
Ooh.
Yes.
I would definitely smell those nuts.
We are right now. You guys are missing out.
I guess I can't help it. It is wafting. The smell of these nuts are wafting in my nose at this moment. And to tie the whole ambiance of this scene together, we have a few stones in front of us for all of our new viewers, because not only are we new, you're new too. Me and Kristin are very into the occult. We're into spiritualism, very much into
She did not
magic.
say cult, by the way.
Occult.
Nope. Not a cult.
OCCULT.
Yes.
Occult.
Just specifying.
Occult. We like magic.
We like magic, gosh.
We like magic.
God darn it.
I'm very, fairies and fays and moon cycles and how they correspond to my cycle. But we have I've brought a few stones in. I brought some clear quartz, which is really good for just kind of like, it's like it's a multitasker. You can use it for anything. You can use it for cleansing. You can use it to amplify other stones. It's just wherever you want to put it, it's going to work out for you. I also brought some amethyst, which is my birthstone.
It's purple one, right?
It's purple, yes, which also appeals to the crown chakra, which is supposed to get in touch with spirit, the conscious, the higher collective. It's basically supposed to be that stone that's like mushrooms, but you do it in a sober way.
And they're legal.
These
stones are legal, everybody.
None of these stones you smoke. Oh, those are rocks. You smoke rocks.
Oh, I don't.
Well, neither do I. So,
Okay.
I'm glad we're on the same page.
Yes.
That we're both taking mildly care of our bodies. And then I brought some. Oh, come on, Prewett. I brought some.
Is that lapis?
Yes,
Lapis lazuli.
Lazuli. Yes, lapis lazuli, which is supposed to open the throat chakra, and I just so happen to think that because this is our first podcast, our first episode, I thought we just, open up our throats.
We want them wide open.
Gaping wide throats.
Yep.
Have all the words
At the ready.
Have all my words come out of my mouth right now.
Yes. That can't go wrong.
No, not at all. That having a gaping throat has never served me wrong.
And the last stone.
That I have brought in is, what is it? It's selenite.
Yes.
Selenite, it cleanses all. And it's a self-cleansing stone, so if you don't cleanse it, don't put it in water. It will dissolve and turn into basically salt in water.
It's like when a raccoon drops cotton candy in water and then it's just gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When raccoons get their hands on cotton candy. I've seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it happens every time. Don't do it with selenite. Don't do it with your cotton candy, with your raccoon. But this one's good for cleansing other stones, good for cleansing your aura. It's a white stone, and just like white men in history, it just cleanses everything out of the way. What stone did you bring, Kristin?
This is actually my boyfriend's stone.
Oh.
Some type of jasper, but it is good for courage and perseverance.
The voice of an entity. There he is.
Yes.
I gendered the entity. It's a he.
He is my guide.
My spirit.
Thank you. No.
My boy. So what does this stone do?
It's just a little worry stone. It's just a little beep boop. You could just rub your thumb on it, in case you're feeling fidgety like I am. I should just be holding it actually, just.
You know what it looks like? It looks like a starry night, in the galaxy.
It does.
When you're not in LA, maybe you're in Lake Shasta.
What are stars?
What are stars?
I don't know what stars are.
Stars,
can't see them here.
Well, I read it in a book once. And
wow, were there pictures?
Yeah. There were a couple pictures. I'm not sure if they were CGI or anything, with information getting out these days. You don't know what's true or what's false. But according to the book, it is what I'm looking at right now. It's a dark navy blue with sparkles that seem close up and into the distance, which is the best way I would describe a starry night, which is the best way I would describe the stone. I mean, if starry nights are real, I don't know.
I mean, my parents haven't seen one in ages.
What?
Yeah. Not around here.
Not in LA. You know what's in LA?
What?
Smog.
It's true.
Smog. And my hair hates it and my skin hates it. I'm supposed to be on an island where my hair is curvaceous, hydrated, supple, just like my skin on an island. And then when I descend back into California, Los Angeles, I age 5 years. I just get real dry real quick.
I feel that. Your hair's thirsty.
Does it look a little thirsty right now?
No, it actually looks nice.
Thank you.
Got a little curl at the end.
Oh, thanks.
It's good.
Yeah. I'm supposed to go on a date after this podcast, so I put on a lot of makeup during this 90-degree heat wave, and on the way to my car, I noticed that my face started melting.
Isn't that the worst?
Oh my god, like my contour was like down my neck, like it just, everything shifted.
At least your neck is looking
snatched.
Yep.
Got that small neck.
No, but a small neck but big throat, right?
Right.
Open throat.
Yeah, that's key. For any, not only for a date but in life, is having a snatched neck, wide throat.
Your neck was so snatched that your necklace came off.
That's or was my throat so wide
Oh God.
that it dislodged my necklace off me?
Oh.
Sticks and stones break my bones.
Something we also really bonded about
Chains and whips
was
excite me. Yes. What?
My Little Pony.
My God, what a life-changing show that is.
We're talking about the current one.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Not the 1980s, which was iconic, but I think the toy line was way more iconic than the actual show was, where the writing in the new My Little Pony
is exquisite.
Oh my God.
It's like Powerpuff Girls. I think that was a really quality show. That anybody could watch. And I think some of the writers from that show came on to My Little Pony.
From Powerpuff Girls? No way.
Pretty sure.
I didn't know that.
That's why it's so good.
Oh my God. That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. No, My Little Pony, I remember you really liking My Little Pony, but I remember watching, I think they had a Bronies documentary. And at first, like, I think me and my other friend, we were like, okay, let's watch this shitty documentary about these shitty boys watching this shitty show. And we were absolutely floored.
Yeah.
Absolutely floored about what this show meant to these boys and how it helped them process emotions and get in touch with like-minded gentlemen who've had a harder time expressing their emotions and holding down friendships, and that's what they took away from the show.
If there is a show that had to represent us and what we're about, it's My Little Pony.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And like the differences that it praises, like differences in each other, and like how friendship is magic. It's literally called that. But and I think it has a really good message. And we also like to sing like My Little Hussy because there's a wholesome and hussy in one. But
What was like a defining episode for you watching that show? Like what?
I think it was probably about Fluttershy because she is who I resonate with the most.
Yeah. Can you explain who Fluttershy is on the show for people who have never watched My Little Pony?
She is an introverted pony who likes to live. She lives in a cabin like in the woods with a bunch of animals. She's an animal person, and she's a hard, good friend, like so reliable. But if you get on her bad side, you get the stare of death, which I think I have.
I've absolutely. I've seen it before.
It can be scary. It's also the quiet ones that can be the scariest sometimes. So, and it's true in this show specifically.
And she like you has a gift with animals.
I do love animals, and they've always been like drawn to me. I think like quiet, reserved like people. Well, first of all, quiet people at a party, they tend to gravitate towards a dog or a cat if it's at the party, and it's for a reason, because it's just like, I don't know, it's just you don't want to be like around a bunch of loud people. You want to be quiet and cozy and
also I don't gotta tell it. I don't have to tell a dog like how my life is going. You know what I mean? You know, I don't.
A dog doesn't need updates. He just wants to see you. He's just happy to see you.
He just wants pets.
Yeah,
and maybe a snack.
No, he's not there to get drunk. He's there to have a good time.
He's not there to like, you know, tell all your friends like your most intimate moments because they had one too many tequila shots.
Yeah, I've
never had a dog do that to me. I might have done to that with some people, but I've never had a dog do that to me. Mm-mm. I would say, so you're more of a Fluttershy.
Yeah.
Where I feel like in My Little Pony series, I feel like I'm a cross between...
Rarity?
Not so much Rarity. I feel more of a...
Someone in the audience is nodding their head very hard.
Rarity? No way. No way. Because she's so... I feel like... I mean, I love Rarity. I just feel like Rarity is like very high maintenance. Like
no, you're not that high maintenance. She's like, oh dear. Like, she's always just like...
But she's a hot pony.
But who would you say you're a mix of then?
I would say I'm like a mix of... Like, I can't... Oh my gosh.
Are you part Pinkie Pie?
Part Pinkie Pie.
Yeah.
I can be a Pinkie Pie, but I feel like I am primarily like a Twilight Sparkle.
I resonate with her too, because she's like, I feel like, I think she's a good like alpha leader.
Oh,
like alpha pony. Yeah. Also, she becomes like a princess and like doesn't even like want it, and she's humble.
Yeah.
And she's like a good leader. Like I resonate with her too.
And I think she's one of the more grounded ponies too. Like she looks at everything at like more of like a logical stance.
That haircut though.
God, those bangs. Bad bangs. Why did you make one of the main characters' bangs like that?
Oh my god, main character.
Pony puns.
They call him the main six.
The main six? Oh.
There's six, right?
Anyway. They're all there. But yeah, I feel like she's like definitely one of the more, and I'm not calling myself a leader by any means, but I think she can kind of like see a situation for what it is, where I feel like everybody kind of gets swept away in like their personalities and their perceptions, where she's like, no guys, I think if we did this, like this would turn out to be okay like this. Yeah. Even though like she is not always right, and she does need the help of her friends. Because she does need those other perspectives, and that's what the wonderful thing about that show is.
Because friendship is magic, people.
Friendship is magic. You just can't just run around this cruel world by yourself. You need all your friends with the different perspectives and their different personalities, and that's another thing I like about that show too. It shows so many different types of personalities coming together.
And you can't judge them from the moment
No.
you meet them. No. And I think that's a good message to end with. It's just, you can't judge a book by its cover, and you can't, you need friends to survive this world. Especially this year.
Oh my God. 2019, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. So... I'm very excited to be doing this podcast with Kristin. I love her so much, and I think she's a wonderful person, and I'm glad to be sharing a creative outlet with her. But what are some of the things that you would like to do on this show?
Well, I'd like to especially have it be a video podcast all the time, because I feel like there's a couple more aspects that we want to start integrating, like we kind of want to have like a little witchy segment. That's one thing.
Oh, for sure.
Like Alex is really into tarot cards and stuff. We like to do that kind of stuff. Also, we want to do a little bit of memes sharing and stuff. And like, I'm just so excited. A little bit of ASMR maybe.
Oh, I definitely want to do some ASMR.
Yeah.
I want to touch on, just like different perspectives, because
just a new way to do it. I'm really excited about it, and I look forward to it.
I look forward. Wholesome Hussies. you get different perspective. I want to also talk about you know, different things that are going on in this world. I mean, there's a lot of, you know, we touch on a lot of wholesome things, but there's also like a lot of hussy things that I want to touch on, and it just doesn't have to be sexual. It can be like, you know, the economic climate. It can be, you know, women dealing with predators and how we go about that, and how we defend ourselves. And like there is a darker part of this show that I don't mind getting into, but I think that and I'm like thankful that I have Kristin with me to talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thankful that I have a person I can talk to. We can bring anything to the table, and it's open for discussion.
Yeah, our overall goal is to bring awareness and empathy, let people know about these things and our experiences with them, hopefully to just make them aware of it, make them more, I mean, we're all human. It's just to make people like kinder to each other, what they could be possibly going through when you meet somebody. So that's what we're about.
That's what we're about. You know, anything from Doug Co to Doug Funny, am I right?
But I think that about wraps it up for our first episode
Of Wholesome Hussies. Wholesome Hussies. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.
Hey guys, if you want to follow us on Instagram, our handle is
At Wholesome Hussies.
Keep it wholesome, hussies.